Breaking news: Peter Obi urges federal government to ensure immediate payment to Heritage Bank depositors. Hello my people, welcome once again to Afris Concept TV. This is the news channel that gives you the latest and the hottest news. And that is the headlines for today, as Peter Obi has urged the federal government to begin immediate payments to Heritage Bank depositors. Listen to the news in full. Former presidential candidate Peter Obi has called on the federal government through the Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation (NDIC) to ensure that all depositors of Heritage Bank receive their funds in full and immediately. This follows the recent revocation of the bank's operating license by the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) and the appointment of NDIC as liquidator of its assets. Obi expressed concern that delaying or denying payment to depositors will exacerbate the economic hardship faced by many individuals and SMEs who rely on their savings to survive. He warned that any attempt to withhold payments could lead to a crisis of confidence in the banking system, destabilize the financial sector, and worsen the economic woes of Nigerians. Obi emphasized that the government must prioritize the protection of depositors' funds and maintain public trust in the banking system, especially in these challenging economic times. He urged the NDIC to act promptly and ensure that depositors receive their funds in full to alleviate their suffering and prevent further economic hardship. And that is the news for today, as Heritage Bank has had their license withdrawn, or rather revoked, by the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN), and NDIC has been appointed to take over to liquidate their assets. And recall that Heritage Bank is a bank that has customers in Nigeria, as a lot of people that have put in their money into the bank and expecting that of course they can get their money when they want. But now that the bank's license has been revoked and NDIC has been put in charge of liquidating his assets, Peter Obi is calling on to the federal government to ensure that those citizens that have their money in those banks should immediately get a refund from those banks and get their money from those banks, from their accounts, because that can start a mistrust in the banking sector, noting that these people have deposited their money out of trust to the bank, also knowing that CBN had licensed the bank earlier, but then out of nowhere CBN withdrew the license, and this would make Nigerians not believe anymore in the banking sector and would also further aggravate the issues that are going on, the economic issues. Imagine people that have kept their life savings in the bank and then the bank has been shut down. They would most likely not be able to have access to their money anymore. And if they refuse to give them back the money that they've deposited into those accounts, they would eventually lose hope and lose trust in the Nigerian system. So former presidential candidate Peter Obi is calling out the federal government to ensure that every member, every depositor into the Heritage Bank is paid what they have dropped there in full. Don't forget to like this video, comment under this video, and subscribe to this channel to get more news from this channel.